Not only dealing with the Viper, who's in himself obviously a great laner, but you got the Undying spamming that decay. Sure, it's not the most fun lane to be a part of. Probably going to be looking for that support to be helping him as well. Mention that both supports are in fact in the area now. Winter Wyvern and Night Stalker are there. They do not need to help the Weaver. Weaver's having absolute free farm right now. Enchantress, though, is making his way back over, so Enchantress is able to make life difficult or not for the Weaver. But Tusk kind of sitting at the top lane, doing his best to zone out Massacre on Doom. Faceless Void also here. We get a Bash proc or two, and I don't think she's going to get any. There's another auto attack. Bash proc, that's 3, never lucky. No bash. Oh, we got a Bash proc. There you go. He has to dance on that one. He's like, oh yeah, I did it. Damn. Night Stalker, we really haven't seen a lot lately, I feel like. He was banned in most games yesterday, so it's probably, you know, good reason, obviously, why we're not seeing him, but still considered a pretty high value position 4 hero. Did not see him in any of the games yesterday, though, but again, picked up early on here from No Creativity. Oh, Troll Warlord lost from Enchantress. Down by the Wyvern and the Weaver. Take that out, but yeah, Night Stalker, 3 minutes, of course, that important, or 4 minutes, excuse me, that important mark. And then nighttime kicks in. Ideally would like to be level 3, so he's going to try to leave some experience here, perhaps. And get to that point. Perhaps at a level 2 Void. We'll get Crippling Fear if he feels it's necessary, but I don't know if that's going to be a necessity here. I think more of that burst damage very likely make more sense. Dealing with like a Blink here, like a Queen of Pain yourself. Maybe to get that silence up to prevent him from, of course, blinking away on attempted gank, but not the case here. You're dealing with a Viper and an Undying in that mid lane. And Enchantress at the bottom lane, who, by the way, could be in trouble. This is definitely first blood, isn't it? Using this swing to left off of his own creep, and the Centaur Stomp is not going to matter in the end, as Nefrit will get credit for the first blood. So, well played right there. Between Weaver and the Winter Wyvern, a lot of W's at this bottom lane. Cheshire Cat finding it a little difficult. Understandably, at that bottom there, Scandal, he's manning up against Iceberg currently. He does have that Blink, also Magic Wand. Eventually blink away. I mean, that was a battle that most certainly Viper was going to win. Kane just wanted to do as much damage as possible before he goes all the way back to base. Saving those wand charges as well. Ooh, double damage here. Night Stalker picks it up. So he's not level 3, but it is nighttime. And he's going to head towards the top lane. This could get interesting up here. Tusk, no doubt, going to be the target. See, Doom currently has a Centaur taking over. Usually we don't see a Centaur often in the early laning phase. Something like a Satyr, or maybe the Mud Golem for that range stun, but Doom picking up the Centaur. We'll see if he can make a play with it. Obviously, they see Night Stalker in the area, especially with that double damage here. They're going to just try to go into Faceless Void, but that's just because he's the only target in the area. Now Tusk shows. Not going to be able to make a play on him, though. Iceberg, he could be in trouble. That Arctic Bird doing some work. Scandal applies the Shadow Strike as well. The Swing Blast off the creeps. Iceberg popping his own, or getting the heal, though, from the Soul Rip, and they turn on the Queen of Pain. Scandal will fall, and Viper manages to barely survive? Yeah. He'll live with about 30 life right there. I thought he had a wand for a second, but no, that was a Soul Rip coming in the last second. Level 1 Soul Rip at that. Top lane, meanwhile, Doom is going to end up falling. Tusk getting low, though. Can Storo finish him off? No, he cannot is the answer. And he takes a Bash proc now. Daxak is going to be chasing him, it seems like, but no, Night Stalker will eventually limp away. Perhaps go back to base, put some regen on. Currently, no, he's just going to pop that Clarity. Look at a tree, so gonna stay in the area, but good kill on a Doom. Obviously didn't catch out what's happening. Watching the middle lane meanwhile. But yeah, it's, again, Doom having that Centaur creep. I mean, going up against double melee potentially could be good, but Satyr's so strong in that laning phase. We've seen, obviously he can't choose, to be fair. I understand that, so you know, I'm sure he just went over and took what he can get. But imagine if he had that Satyr, especially damage, more HP regen. He's using the stomp right here defensively. It's not going to matter, though. Good snowball in from Big Num, and Night Stalker, all single target. Not much he can do at that point. Bottom lane, though, Undying. Looks like he'll get found by the Weaver and the Wyvern. Caught between a rock and a hard place, perhaps going for that 6-minute rune. Up dying as a result. And by the way, guys, I noticed yesterday on the voice, my voice was a little bit lower than. Let me actually stuff up a little bit right here. And let me know if that's better, guys. If it's maybe too loud. minutes from now. I do apologize. I meant to test that earlier, but we'll do that early on in the cast at least. Make sure it looks good. Iceberg, middle lane. He gets a Sorba on the last second. We'll start my big Chronos here out doing it for Neos. A snowball in. They're going to take a nice start. Queen of Pain off the bat. Weaver gets a time lapse off, and we'll be able to survive for now. Have that Arcane Rune as well. Mata, don't think he's getting out of here though. Just throws out the Splendid Blast to slow him as much as possible. Weaver from the side, maybe get a turn code on dying, but no, he's just way too tanky. 1100 life, and he will survive. As Weaver, no. Gonna be able to avoid enchantments as well. Obviously, a little bit too slippery, especially with that Arcane Rune. Constant Shikuchi's coming out. He's even going back in. They don't have any vision though, as far as the invis goes. So Weaver feeling pretty comfortable. He also has support coming in, so that's why he wants to play aggressive here. And now Cheshire Cat needs to be careful. He's trying to run away. Gonna be heavily slowed though, and dying the Soul Rip. It's probably not gonna be enough. The passive kick it in with the Untouchable, but no, just not enough to survive. And she will indeed go down. So, seconds, Enchantress. Having to wait to respawn right here, but action most certainly picking up now. 7.5 minutes into this game. 5-3 hero kill lead for Gambit. Massacre, realizing Tusk is no longer at the top lane. Feeling pretty comfortable about running at the Faceless Void. Especially with that Scorched Earth. Almost level 6, so that Doom going to be coming into play. But yeah, big Chronosphere. That's what you like to see from your Faceless Void earlier on, especially. You know, one of those heroes, you get that big ultimate ability, such as the Chronosphere. You want to look to... You don't necessarily want to look to use it ASAP, but if you're able to get an effective one off as soon as possible, which is pretty much right after you're level 6, it had to be, goes to the middle lane, gets a big 3-man Chronosphere, and obviously sets up the overall sequence pretty good for Gambit. So 1,000 net worth lead looking good for them. Let's switch over to that net worth chart now. As far as the individual heroes, Weaver and Faceless Void both competing for the top. Queen of Pain. Wow, Queen of Pain's struggling, isn't she? Scandal, as I said, another going in. Doom is applied to Viper. Viper's in trouble. Gonna just use a Scream, or the Sonic Wave, excuse me, just to make sure. And secures the kill on a Viper right there. So well played. Viper dead for now, 20 seconds himself. So Queen of Pain, just as we're mentioning, she's been struggling. Obviously, enhancing her farm slightly. Nightstalker makes his way to the top lane now. He's level 4, goes to level 5, so he's starting to pick up some levels. Wasn't really able to do the most in that first nighttime, though, as far as getting kills. In fact, he's 1-0-1, so I guess he got a kill, he got an assist. Can't be too disappointed by that by any means. Second nighttime, about 2.5 minutes away. Having to wait. Or he's extra enhanced as Doom. Ooh, gonna pick up a Wildering Ripper. Kind of an interesting idea. Does get some bonus armor from that. That's also a tornado ability, but slow to work with. Armor though, pretty nice in that lady phase as well. Even though the bash procs from Faceless Void are magic damage, it doesn't really matter on the armor. Not that armor's bad again in that case, because overall the individual auto attacks are still damage, but level 4 bash coming out, so a lot of bonus damage potentially from Faceless Void. Illusion. Dying will control the Illusion Rune. Almost level 6 himself, not necessarily the biggest steal in the world, not like a Rasta by any means or anything like that, but again, Flesh Golem I feel like is one of those abilities that on Undying that we overlook a little bit. The slow that it provides, the amp damage that it provides as well. Pretty good tool, honestly, in the midst of those, in the midst of the fights here. So, again, when things die around him, he just gets bigger and better. Cheshire Cat, we'll find Queen of Pain in the jungle. Be able to make too much of a play on him, but Cheshire Cat does have the drums finished. Man, we saw so many drums yesterday, and just in general in the recent meta, the drums have been a go-to option. We saw teams picking up 2, even 3 drums on the same team. I mean, it is a very, very popular item. You expect to see at least one on either side. Nightstalker, though, he's going to get trapped in by the Ice Shards. Viper going to help assist. Finish him off, Bignum. Credit for the kill. They're diving down a tier 1 tower right here. Tier 1 will fall, but the Sonic Wave coming out in response now. Undying will fall. And Cheshire Cat just trying to simply live. Again, the level 2 untouchable helping a little bit. Does have a magic wand to survive, perhaps. Viper gets picked off elsewhere. And Cheshire Cat, though, walking away. Will only survive, but no creativity. They took advantage of Gambit diving beyond the tower right there, stretching for that initial kill. Hit them in the ass, so they kill Night Stalker, but they lose 2 in the process. Let's take a look at some items, though. We've been caught up talking other things. Queen of Pain, going to be going the Veil of Discord. The pattern left before she has that, but Veil with this team setup, it's pretty damn good. I mean, Weaver obviously is not necessarily going to be enhanced magical damage, but other than Sakuchi, I guess. But that's the only thing that's magical for it, right? Yeah. But overall, great. Just simply on Queen of Pain. But you have other heroes such as the Night Stalker and Doom himself taking advantage of it. Speaking of Night Stalker, flying to the top lane. It is nighttime after all, and Viper. That's a free kill if I ever saw one. 4 heroes coming together. No vision in the jungle, as you can see right now. In fact, vision in general for this dire side is very, very grim. Chronosphere in the middle lane. Oh, man. My guess is he went to go on a Queen of Pain, but she blinked just in time to escape. So back that goes from the huge 3-man Chronosphere to, unfortunately, hitting nobody in that one. That'll happen sometimes. Lucky for him, I didn't catch it right off the bat, but I did catch the after effect.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Night Stalker. Level 3 Void. Tusk nearby. Weaver finds Undying. He's like, alright, I'll go for Tusk then instead. The Ice Shards. Got a little bit, but gonna pop out the Sigil. Don't think that's gonna save him. Tombstone's put down. Undying's like, we want to fight this. Activates his Flesh Golem. They're just gonna kill the Tombstone very quickly. Yeah, I don't know what always one of the was thinking. That had to be miscommunication. Maybe he expected more TPs to come in or something, but not only does he just throw himself at them, but he gives them a Tombstone kill, which is a nice hefty bounty. That I believe Weaver even got last hit credit on it, so not the most ideal situation if you're the Undying right there. Queen of Pain.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What's wrong with the Torte guide, man? How do people see that? Torte's awesome. Guides. Torte guides have taught me how to be an Archon 4 player at its finest. Alright, back to the game. Yeah, I saw that. Enchantress taking over this massive siege creeps. Looks like Cheshire Cat has this enchant creep of choice. Pretty much these siege creeps. Trying to finish out of Defiance now. I guess a pipe would be pretty damn good here. This game, Queen of Pain, Veil's been finished, and she's now 3rd in net worth, but still behind the top 2. Both the Weaver as well as the Faceless Void doing very, very well. But look at the Weaver already finishing a Diffusal Blade early on in the game. Interesting. Faceless Void is going to go the Shadow Blade. He went the Mask of Madness first. I didn't touch on that yet, but these early game items. Doom has his own drum, so as suggested, we at least see one drums per team nowadays, it feels like. Good have an item to pass up. Weaver heading towards the top lane. Tusk has 11 wand charges currently. Night Stalker though in the area. No, they're not going to go full on it though. Yeah, he fell back. He's out of vision. Understandable. Faceless Void goes to the top lane. I want to try to make a play on a Weaver, but with just the Tusk, you're not getting this kill. Yeah. Happen. So as expected though, this is a matchup though, pretty close so far. Silence comes out, there's the extra long silence now as the Doom is applied. Snowball from Tusk trying to save the day. Gonna go back in Undying. Here as well with a Rip Heal if need be. Also pops a Shrine, so Faceless Void definitely surviving throughout this. And now looking to turn Ghost have a Chronosphere by the way with that Mask of Madness. You know it's gonna be coming out Weaver. TP's out, as does Night Stalker. Maybe it's not going to be happening, though, because Massacre is a little bit too fast, so never mind. Good job retreating from the Radiant side, and on top of retreating, they take out Cheshire Cat at the bottom lane, who is trying to do some push down here while that initiation was taking place. So the Doom may have not gotten the kill on a onto Faceless Void, that is, but in the end, it helps them get away from definitely a turn chance there. From Gambit. Faceless does finish the Shadow Blade though, at least he purchased the Shadow Amulet. Matter of getting it delivered right here. Top lane, darkness has fallen. Just gonna kind of scare the dire side though. We go for all-out initiation, of course, into a chronosphere is a pretty scary decision. What's Viper been looking? Yeah, wow, Viper is struggling too. Both mid-heroes, really not having the greatest start here. A lot of those roams happening early on. An issue, Night Stalker flying over the ledge. A snowball push Faceless Void over as well. Oh, never mind, that was a time lock. But anyways, point is, Night Stalker is going to be fine. Manages to barely escape right there. Thanks to his darkness and debating Hunter in the Night. That just really enhanced Night Stalker that much more, didn't it? I know it's been a while since that ability's been in, but being able to activate Hunter in the Night, fly over ledges, so good. Tusk is trying to get straight into the Spirit Vessel here. Against a hero like Winter Wyvern, we saw that yesterday in the match. It was actually Tusk versus a Winter Wyvern, sure enough. And Tusk in that matchup made a point to get the Spirit Vessel ASAP. And really makes that Cold Embrace not too useful in the end, as long as you activate it on that target. Also against Doom. Pretty good against. But just in general, Spirit Vessel's a nice, hefty tool for a support hero. Not only the effect of it, but the fact that it takes a vitality booster to build it in the first place. And it really beats them up for the upcoming fights here. Faceless Void, or excuse me, Enchantress has Hooded Defiance finished. I was thinking about Faceless Void there while I was looking. Oh, but yeah, Faceless did finish that Shadow Blade and Maelstrom coming. Yeah, we're mentioning Viper though. He's trying to finish his own Maelstrom right here, so Maelstrom going to be a popular item apparently. This game in general. She's going to get more of the damage focus. We see some Vipers sometimes go, you know, build a hood themselves even. Even things like drums. Speaking of that item. You know, kind of the bulky build, but figuring they want Viper to be able to deal as much damage as possible, especially with the Chronospheres coming out. Says the Faceless Void is the idea. Enchantress instead taking care of those items as I'm suggesting there. So back down, the Dragon Lance is going to be coming. So yeah, this is easily a build you could also see on a Viper as well. But Enchantress making use of those tools.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Thanks.
Roshan attempt. Radiant side doing it, and Dire team has no clue. I mean, they're drawing a line wrapping around with the smoke ink as if they're going to maybe catch somebody or wrap all the way around the Roshan pit, but I think they have an idea it's happening, but they're not going to get here in time. Middle lane, Night Stalker. Electrical back from undying. They killed Roshan though, and Aegis picked up by Weaver. Efrit has that Aegis now. That time lapse. Oh, Faceless Void. He caught. He went to go for the Chronosphere, but he got silenced before, and if he can tie before he can do a damn thing, he will go down and back. Tombstone is put down. Witch's Curse activated on Undying. Locking down Pledge. The Sonic Wave on multiple heroes. I believe that hit them. Doom does go down, but they do finish off Undying. So Doom Night Stalker dead as well, but Viper also getting picked off. And a fight definitely be won by no creativity. They're going to finish off Tusk, and they're going to go for the complete wipeout here of Gambit Esports. The Splinter Blast connecting. Scandal going in, and a couple more auto attacks from Nefrit. Playing the Weaver will finish the job. Had that Desolator finished as well going into the fight. But the fact that that Faceless Void got locked down right off the bat, you could tell he was looking to land a Chronosphere. The huge silence, though, the crippling fear from Night Stalker. Connecting, being nighttime, the long silence that he had to deal with, was unable to get out of it. And if I'm Faceless Void, I was going to say either a BKB or a Manta style. Has to be your reaction now. And, you know, looking at that, frankly, you almost gonna think, was Shadowblade the best option? I mean, the idea is that he could Shadowblade in and then set up a good Chronosphere as a result, but it's all right there. If he gets caught out of the Shadowblade, he's not only in trouble, but he kind of ruins the whole momentum of a team fight for his team right here. They're really relying on him, and obviously the farm that he has to be able to have a good initiation. So, well played though by no creativity, and now they have their biggest lead of the game, 4,000 net worth.
Radiant are scanning.
Faceless Void using the Chronosphere solo on a Night Stalker. Actually pick up the kills. It's almost like a frustration Chronosphere, I feel like. Does kill Night Stalker, but just a Night Stalker. And that's down for another 125 seconds now. So yeah, if you're the Radiant side, understandable, they're kind of still sticking around. Now, granted, Queen of Pain is not here, but they're going to go for Enchanters, but there's a lot more here than they realize. I think Tombstone's put down, the Rip Hill coming out, the Winter's Curse, however, activated on Tufts, keeping Enchanters nearby, if anything. Here comes Faceless Void, though. Again, no Chronosphere, he's going to look for a target to beat down, going for the Winter Wyvern, and the finish onto Enchantress, meanwhile, as Weaver gets back with the time lapse, and now looking to take out Faceless Void on top of that Nefrit. He will go down, but again, he had the EH, so now here comes Night Stalker. Queen of Pain also running in here last seconds, and working out beautifully for no creativity so far. The net locking down Undying will finish him off as well. Good job from Doomlight there. And now Iceberg goes down a Sonic Wave. Not even necessary, but Nefrit picks up the triple kill in the midst of it. It looked a little scary initially for no creativity. Again, I think they underestimated how many people were there in the beginning, but boy did it work out in the long run. Well played by them. The scatter was real. Faceless Void completely spread out from his team. It's like he was doing a 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3 at bottom, where the rest of his team was trying to run from the Weaver, basically. And again, it worked out beautifully. No creativity as a result. And now they're going to push the tier 2 bottom lane. And you look at Queen of Pain now. Again, the struggle was real early on, but was able to get the Veil finally. Now has an Orchid finish, another 1,300 gold saved up. I feel like Vipers just had no impact this game. BKBs ideally will change that, although Viper's not even going for that. He's just going to Dragonlance into a Hurricane Pike. But Faceless Void trying to pick up that BKB, which goes back to, you know, what we were talking about earlier, definitely a tool that he needs. But until he gets the BKB, and I want to say definitely the Hurricane Pike on Viper, you cannot feel comfortable to fight right now if you're Gambit. Enchantress, doing alright as well, 8,000 hours. She's actually up there with the Faceless Void, even higher than the Viper currently. This about Tusk. Shadow Strike, Winter Wyvern. It's like, ah, crap. We go for the TP though, and he'll get out. Ooh, Faceless Void. I mean, had a Chronosphere, but as we just mentioned, we saw him use it on the Night Stalker, and 30 seconds later, a fight breaks out and they lose the fight. So, yeah, it's you gotta really be careful when you use that Chronosphere, even in it when you get a kill with it. It's something that may not be worth it. Faceless Void. He wants to get this kill on a Weaver, but Weaver reacting a little bit too quickly. Darkness is summoned. Iceberg. He'll find Night Stalker. Break effect coming in, but not going to be able to ultimately catch up. He's a little bit too, again using the Chronosphere. Oh, they're going to reset this though. Tombstone's put down. Scano's just going to pick up the Tombstone in the midst of the fight. Faceless Void in trouble. The Rip Hill on a Tombstone, and Faceless Void is trying to man mode. He goes down. You can tell though Gambit seems a little bit frustrated and a little bit discombobulated, if I dare use that word. 2-for-1 exchange. Nefrit is indeed godlike. And no creep, but he's just going to push the tier 2 top lane now as well. Yeah, back-to-back Chronospheres on solo Night Stalkers just does not seem like the play to make. Your Gambit Esports here. And he's still so far from getting that BKB. For fights they take like this, especially on the losing end, you know, an obvious statement, I understand, but still feel like it's worth making. The further it's just putting them behind. And this is not a game they're just going to be able to rely on, oh, we'll take it to the late game and be fine. Weaver, by all means, is very scary in that late game, especially with that level 25 Shikuchi movement speed. And now he just flies around and fights, and then, of course, Queen of Pain can be, well, a pain herself at that point as well. I saw Doom, he had a Shadow Blade queued up earlier as if he's going to maybe go that Silver Edge, but with the way these fights have been going, I could understand why he's not finding it necessary. He instead gets the Blink to be able to get in there and apply Doom on set target, has a Solar Crest now finished, even has a casual Plate Mail sitting in his inventory, so Devos for the AC will be happening here. Tusk sitting on the casual Buckler himself. Pretty good against the Weaver. I was trying to think about the Viper's Nether Toxin here with that break effect, and whether or not is that really doing a lot this game, breaking much, and I guess it's not necessarily. the conclusion I came to.
Time is money.
Think about that earlier on, though. Queen of Pain is actually going to go an AC herself. She, too, picks up a casual plate mail. I mean, obviously, a lot of this damage is physical between the Faceless Void and the Weaver, and even Enchantress to an extent, although it just stacks. But anyways, Faceless Void. That curse was coming. If Winter Wyvern gets there, that's a dead Faceless Void, most likely. Undying. Gonna be dying. Don't know what the game plan was there. Be like, here, half gold. If you're gonna kill me, I might as well give you 200 more gold on top of that. That just seemed like pure panic there. Queen of Pain has a gem now. Well, I don't even know if, yeah, Mata's the one that purchased it, but and speaking of Mata, he escaped here at the top lane. Faceless Void, still, it feels like he's been working on this BKB forever. I keep expecting to just about see it, but he has enough for the Mytho Hammer. He still needs the pattern on top of that, and you see what they're trying to find the kills, but from this Faceless Void, it just seems like you just got to be farming. Like, you have Enchantress farm in the jungle currently, but that should be Faceless Void. You know, getting that BKB is so important right now. That it almost seems like Gambit's more interested as far as to group and try to pick some fights, but round number 4. So this one goes. In fact, Faceless Void's gonna be caught himself. The Doom is applied, and he's gonna be dead off the bat. Iceberg's like, I gotta get out of here. He just TPs immediately. Big Numb, he's gonna catch himself between the shards in the trees. And meanwhile, somebody else is dying over here. That would be Enchantress. Back over to Big Numb. That's gonna be another kill as well. As he's finished off. Yeah, not the prettiest take there once again from Gambit. Obviously no creativity this time, got the massive jump. And it just seems to go back to Gambit. It seems just unsure of what they want to do. They can be doing. Efrit has a time lapse. He's been made up here against the Viper. Popping the time lapse. Tombstone comes down. Rip heals. Always want to fly though. Just not enough. And look at him fall. 2 auto attacks nearly killed him right there from the Weaver. And again, another Tombstone take right after. So 17,000 net worth. This is really starting to get to a both not only just a net worth, but again, you could really feel Gambit this game as far as they're almost just frustrated. Things just aren't connecting. It's one of those cases where I know they don't even have any racks to store just yet, but honestly, your best option may be to throw in the towel here, maybe after one more big fight, and just kind of forget this game ever existed. Move on to game 2. You know, Gambit's definitely a better team than they showed this game. They're going to lock down Weaver with the Solar Chronosphere. Out comes a Cold Embrace, though. The Spirit Vessel applies, however, and they get the kill on a Weaver. So far, pretty good. Sonic Wave off in a buyback on a Weaver, by the way. He's going to come back in. They already got the kill on Faceless Void. Viper's still waiting to resurrect 5 more seconds. Faceless will have to buy back. They take on Undying, though. Tusk is going to be run past the tier 4 towers, and he's probably going to tick down to all of that dot damage. In fact, Scandal makes sure to finish it. But at what cost now? Scandal went a little bit too deep, and he ends up going down. So, very chaotic fight in the middle lane, but ultimately they get the racks destroyed, and they will fall back. I mean, gold swing-wise, that actually was in favor of Gambit Sports, especially with all the buyback happening right there.
Double damage!
Including Weaver.
Dire are scanning.
They bought back a couple of themselves. Roshan, there you go. That's basically a max Roshan respawn. Gonna set it up. So Faceless Void in the area, but still no BKB. Doesn't have a Chronosphere for 65 more seconds. Of course, no creativity knows this. Storo, there's the Doom on Faceless. He was gonna time walk over the ledge. All of a sudden he can't. He goes down. Big Nut, at least a Walrus punch onto the Weaver. The time walk, though, he'll be fine. Gets the Cold Embrace to help heal him up and save the day. Now they're turning in. This is where I expect GG's to be coming out. Viper, he's gonna fall. Big Numb, he too. Gonna get picked off right here. Queen of Pain, actually. Okay, yeah, no, that's right. She's different, really. That was a nice start for the fight. Tombstone's put down. Cheshire Arcast trying to man mode this. It's a 3 versus 2, and actually, Efrit is very low. He has the BKB coming back up. Massacre, though, gonna be saved by the Cold Embrace once again. Winter's Curse applied on Undying. Undying is probably gonna be dying as a result. Indeed, he will. And now Cheshire Cat insisting on chasing still, but oh, Massacre's like, I'll slowly auto-attack. Nope, gets a miss. And now Scandal's back, though. Well, the Discord's put up. Manta will survive with the Cold Embrace, and there you go. The Infernal Blade auto-attack. Finally happening there. And now, we go back into the Roshan pit. Looking to finish off, so... Yeah, the Chronosphere, I mean, definitely the best one yet. If you're gonna solo Chronosphere anybody, it's obviously the Weaver is a key target to do that on. Well, maybe I called it too soon, though. Gambit Sports. Gambit Esports or Gamma Sports, by the way? Esports. I still feel like they have a shot. I mean, we saw what happened if they get the Chronosphere off and a hero like Weaver that can kill him, even with the Cold Embrace. Spirit Vessel doing work.
Almighty money.
You just have these bigger and better items continuing to come out. Cheese, of course, on Queen of Pain. Weaver picking up the Aegis, as well as a Eagle Song. Just on top of that. Soon Butterfly, Queen of Pain. AC has been picked up. Scythe is actually going to be coming as well. We got Night Stalker with his own Spirit Vessel. Byron, I'm sure, even has plenty. Yeah, has a 4-staff. Those Arcane Boots of his. On the other side, you have Undying with Brown Boots. Viper, Hurricane Pike, Maelstrom. Tusk, Buckler, Spirit Vessel. Enchantress has the same items that she's had for a bit. Faceless Void, still no BKB. Gotta be frustrating, man. Been working on that BKB for at least 10 minutes, at least.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Go, push bottom lane, and the Aegis on Weaver. Almost level 25, by the way. Taking a lot of damage. Cold Embrace, though. Pull him back up slightly. And there's a Spirit Vessel. Just Spirit Vessel really does. All right, Chronosphere is ready.
Top tower is under attack.
Creativity again, even with the lead that they have, it's understandable they're being a little bit free here. If anything, to spread out as much as possible. The break effect of Flat Weaver. In trouble. Chronosphere not going to be used just yet. Massacre just running at them in the back. That's going to 3 on 3 heals, actually. Pretty big one. Doxa, can they even finish off the dude? No, he's so damn tanky with all the armor. They finally going to kill. But at what cost? Have the Sonic Wave on 4 heroes, I believe. And Queen of Pain is standing his ground. Doxa can better pick up the Winter Wyvern and actually still alive. And now putting the bash proc to the Queen of Pain. Finally goes down himself, though. Viper's dead as well, so the core's getting taken out of the back lines. Viper does buy back. But yeah, Nefert was just back here himself. As much damage as they were doing on the Queen and others, Nefert was having free reign on that Weaver, dealing so much right-click himself. He ends up getting a triple kill. Gonna make it a quad kill, looks like. AKA ultra kill. Get the rampage before the game ends? No, not gonna happen. So GG's called game number 1, going to no creativity at this point. So